Hey you guys, alright, I am here to do a little breakfast tutorial because here's the deal. First of all, most of you are mothers, all of you are busy, and you're running out the door in the morning. Shakeology is awesome for that, fills that gap, but now with 80-Day Obsession, we're also trying to get that green, red, yellow, and the teaspoon in the morning, and I experienced that this week when I was trying to make my breakfast and have that an hour before my workout, and my breakfast took me 20 minutes to make. That's not going to happen, and that's not functionally going to work in my life. So I need to make it work in my life. So I'm going to show you how to make a sweet potato egg cupcake so you can get that green, red, yellow, and teaspoon in your one easy go-to meal. Those of you not doing 80-Day Obsession, this is an awesome, this recipe actually I'm modifying a recipe that was from the Double Time. So if you go on Beachbody On Demand, Double Time, and Addie and I made these. You click on program materials and then you'll find this under breakfast on page something, and it doesn't say what page, but I just printed it and I'm modifying it to add some more greens to it. So I'm just going to break it down for you and show you what I'm going to do. First thing, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to cook up this whole thing of sausage. I'm not going to put the whole thing in, but whenever I go get these all natural GMO, non-GMO whatevers at Costco, I cook up the whole thing. I put half of it in the egg bake that I'm going to create, and I'm going to freeze the rest. So I will be back with the next step after I cook this up. All right, well, my little buddy Addie, say hi Addie.
Hi, Addie.
Hi Addie, is chopping up and cooking the sausage. I'm going to be over here chopping up the veggies. All right, I am busy shredding up the sweet potatoes. The recipe called for 3 small. I think I might do 3 to 4 small sweet potatoes for our yellow in the egg cupcakes. And then next I'm going to be chopping the veggies. We call these in our house kitchen sink egg breakfast, whatever you want to call it, because we dump everything that's in our fridge in it. I need to go to the grocery store real bad, need a Costco run, so we're really low on veggies right now. I'm going to have to add what we have. I have broccoli and I have spring mixed greens that I'll be chopping up and adding. I have onions. So that is all I have today, which is crazy. Usually I will add tomatoes too, because Addie loves tomatoes. I know. But I usually add asparagus, peppers, whatever I have in the fridge, I dump it all in. Cucumbers not recommended, but any other veggie, I don't think you can go wrong. Okay, so we've got the sausage cooking. I shredded the sweet potatoes. They're not pretty, but they're done, and they taste delicious. I'm squeezed all the water out of them, and now I'm going to add a couple teaspoons, because we need those teaspoons of healthy fat, of olive oil into the sweet potatoes, as well as salt and pepper. I forgot my salt and pepper. Just a second. Also, I already chopped up all of my broccoli and onions. I decided to keep it to just broccoli and onions this time. Like I said before, zucchini, asparagus, any kind of veggie tastes awesome in it. Salt and pepper to taste with my sweet potatoes. Okay, you get the idea. And next, I'm going to mix this all up. And so these are cupcakes, and you can do them in muffin tins. Those of you who have done this before, if you know a trick to clean those up easily, let me know. I can't figure that out. So we do it in pans. I prepared 3 baking pans similar to this one, and I do freeze. I'll make 1 for this week, and I'll freeze 2. You're not supposed to freeze eggs, I read. I've been doing it, and my family is still alive and doing well, so it should be just fine. So I'm just mixing up the sweet potato mixture I made here with the olive oil and salt and pepper. That's all there is to it. And this is going to be the base for each of these pans of egg bake. So I'll just kind of divide it evenly as possible, kind of eyeball it, and that's the next step. All right, so we have our sausage cooked up. We have half of it in our big bowl, and we have the other half of it ready to freeze for a later date. And then we dumped all our veggies into the frying pan that we fried up the sausage in to saute them up a little bit. We found some zucchini to add in here. So we're just gonna soften those up a bit, and that's this next step. All right, so we cooked up the sausage, we cooked up the veggies, and we dumped them all together in the big bowl. I just scrambled up 14 eggs here. It was a guesstimate of appropriate number of eggs. I'm not an exact, that's why I can't bake. Dump them in, everything together. I already had coconut oil sprayed all my pans and put the sweet potatoes in them. I'm gonna mix up my egg sausage veggie mixture, and I'm going to evenly distribute this through each of these pans. I'm going to bake one of them. I was not distracted at all. Very smooth. I'm gonna bake one of them today for our week, our busy school week and work week, and then the other two I'm gonna freeze for future weeks, and that is it. Oh, one more thing I am going to do. I love tomatoes, so I'm going to chop them in half, and on half of each pan, sprinkle the tomatoes on. I'll show you that in the next clip. All right, this is it. So all the egg bakes are ready. We have 3 of them. I'm gonna bake one of them. I did half tomatoes on all 3, and I'm gonna freeze the other 2, and that's it. And we do have, with a yellow container with our sweet potatoes, we have a green with our broccoli, zucchini, and onions and tomatoes. We have, what else do we need in our mornings? We have a red with our sausage and eggs, and you can omit the sausage too if that's not your thing. And then a teaspoon with the, well, there's some fat with the sausage, and there's also some fat with the olive oil that we added. So we have the perfect pre-workout or breakfast or all of the above for our week. Ta-da! The downfall to meal prep are the dishes, but if you have an awesome daughter like Addie, check this out. She did all my dishes for me. I love you, Addie.